Welcome out with the Finn as I go fly fishing for the first time, hike through beautiful landscapes and over crazy rapids, and spend 3 days, 2 nights traveling with our self-built camper van here in beautiful Northern Finland. Let's get into it. We left home almost 6 hours ago and we're currently a few kilometers from the Russian border. I'm gonna go fish that river this evening. And I just bought a fly fishing kit. This is my first time ever fly fishing. I've done it a few times with my friend, but with his gear. Yes. I just took this kind of pre-built kit. I have no ideas which will work. At least I managed to set up the rod. It was ridiculously easy. Let's go see if I can catch anything on my first ever fly fishing trip. I took my other fishing rods just in case. I visited this last summer with my friends and both of them were fly fishing, from where I caught the interest, because I've never liked fishing in a river, but fly fishing might change that for me. Those of you who don't know, fly fishing is a really hard method of fishing. It really needs some serious skill. Ei tässä tuu mitään. Oh wow, I'm stuck in a tree. And maybe we need to switch to a beginner friendly spot. There are way too many trees here. Yeah, this looks a lot better, way more open. So the point with this kind of fly fishing is to actually throw the line. The line is very thick and heavy, but the lure is really lightweight. Whereas with normal fishing rod, the line is very thin and lightweight, but the lure is heavy. That's why this is way more challenging, but this is good in rivers and, for example, fishing grayling and trout, because in the water it looks like a bog. Constantly getting better and better, but I'm not focusing on catching fish right now, I'm just focusing on casting this. How many of you remember what happened here a year ago? It's getting really dark, I can't see that much here. So we just drove a little bit closer to the river. There were a bunch of people up there like you saw, and there is also an outhouse right there, so this will be our spot for the night. First time fly fishing was a success. Didn't catch any fish though, but at the end I got so much better at it. Didn't get the line tangled that much and didn't get it stuck on trees, branches. Let's continue tomorrow.
It was a bit chilly night, had to run the diesel heater during the night. Now would you look at that? Jätää. Now that's done. Alright, let's continue the way. And let's see if we can even get out of here, because we came down that really steep bumpy hill yesterday and it's now all wet and slippery. Let's try this again. Let's go check on the damages. Oh. Oh, good. Hey, boss. Well, what do we have here? I thought I recognized this gate. It is the exact same gate as last year. Last year with my friends we tried to get to this hiking trail here, but we were on the other side. This local guy who has a key to the gate came to chat to us and he said that he will open it to us so we get the freedom. Yes.
Ne just tuli tästä.
And we made it to the main parking area. It didn't save us time now because the other parking area where we just were was on the halfway of the trail, but they saved us a lot of time after we've hiked it, because we would have otherwise needed to drive so many hours just going around that gate to get here or back to the main road. So yeah, those locals really did help us. I bought this new gravity water filter for an upcoming trip, but on this trail there are a lot of water sources and we are only carrying a limited amount of water, so I'll take this already with us now and we can put this to test. So this is the most common hiking trails in Finland. It's called Pieni Karhun kierros and it's in the Oulanka National Park. It's 12 kilometers in total, but we hiked this like 5 years ago and it was around 15 kilometers, so it's gonna take a while. This is the reason why we wanted to leave early. There's literally no one here. Usually this place is crowded, especially during weekends. Oh wow. This is like an old sawmill, water-powered sawmill. So that was Myllykoski and it's only 1.8 kilometers from the parking area. So if you don't want to hike the full route, that's definitely worth a visit. Now that's a real stunning view. It's completely quiet and peaceful here. Oh look, our raspberries here. A little snack provided by the trail. That place was really crowded, so we'll just continue a little while before having a lunch break. Now this will do, much more peaceful with the lakeside view.
Now would you look at that? Potatoes and sausages. Now that's done, so need to do the dishes. Alright, let's put the new water filter to the test. So that's how you just scoop the water in. And now of course I could hang this on a tree branch or something. Oh, right there. So I can hang the bag here. If I unclip this, water comes through the filter and that's clean water. And then I can squeeze it like that to stop the flow. Now that was really fast and really easy, but that's a brand new filter. I've had issues with Canadian beef-free filters before, so I hope that lasts longer. All right, let's continue. We are past 6 kilometers, so halfway. Now that's not a bad view for a coffee break. Alright, now we're energized enough to continue the rest of the way. Still have 4 kilometers left. We got those massive rapids. Let's see if we can get any closer. Oh wow. That's crazy. I mean, the sheer amount of water just passing through there every minute is crazy. Like, where on earth is that coming from? Oh, that's like 50 meters straight down. I'm really starting to feel those stairs in my legs. We're walking 11 kilometers now. So that's it. In total 12.7 kilometers and 5 hours 20 minutes, including the lunch break and the coffee break, of course. And look, this parking lot is filled with cars. It wasn't like this when we arrived. But I mean, it was sweaty and exhausting, so we need to find a camping spot now and probably a shower or a lake or something. This will do. So we just found this Oulanka camping area and it was perfect. €5 per person for a shower, but it was €28 to spend the night. So we are not spending the night here, we just went to the shower and we'll now continue the way to find a camp spot for the night. Planning on going there, but there is a gate. It's currently open, but you never know if we drive there. Somebody comes out of there, closes it, and there is some sort of work going on around here, so I think we cannot risk it. Oh wow, what a stunning place we found. A bunch of local fishermen use this apparently. Oh, what luck. Just like a minute after we arrived here, a bunch of like locals, or they have a cabin nearby, they came here and they said that they were going to move that boat over there, and they said that we can loan the boat, but we just have to lift it up there after we've used it. So they put us to work, but we don't mind, we can loan the boat today. But first we need to make dinner, we're really hungry. Ui. Okay, I think we need to cook the door open. We got a gas alarm inside here. I don't know why on earth. Olepa hyvä. Bon appetit. Now would you look at that? Chicken risotto. Onko hyvä? Oho. There's just enough space to put a camping chair inside here. Now that's done and it was really good. Don't know why the gas alarm started beeping now. I had this other burner turned fully on, so maybe it didn't burn all the gas because, I mean, I hope there's no leakage in the system. Look who is all tired from our hike today. All right, let's go fishing. Now I know it's not that common to fly fish from a boat, but I just really want to practice the technique. Oi. Oh, that was a huge freaking pike. That was a huge freaking pike. No way, is that a beaver? I am not sure what that is, but that's a mammal for sure. That's not a fish or a bird. I thought it was a crazy big pike, but no. At first I was like, what the heck, that was like 10-kilogram pike jumping. Like that was crazy big pike, but no, I think it's a beaver. Oh, I got a perch, but it's the smallest perch ever. A really tiny fellow. No. Now that's there, like promised to the owner. Thank you a lot for loaning the boat for us. We did your chores. Spent a few hours there with no success. Only a tiny perch, but that's part of the game. At least I once again had some time to practice the fly fishing thing. That's really warming this place up. Ah, it's getting toasty in here. I'll explain you about the leak issue I had previously in the van tomorrow morning, and I'll show you the toilet as well. But we're already going to sleep, so see you guys in the morning. Good night. Well, good morning. So last time we had the issue that water leaked somewhere here, all the way down there where the cables are. And I suspect that 3 separate things. First one was that these here might have been clogged. There are drains here that guide the water from the windshield out somewhere there instead of it going to the engine bay. Because if that happens, water can leak somewhere there under the cockpit's floor. The second thing I suspected was that the AC condensation water pipe was clogged, which would also lead water to leak from there and under the floor. Third thing that I suspected was that when I removed the big wall that was here, I removed the screws and left the screw holes open. It turns out it was all of those 3. Not a single problem. So I closed all these, I put a bunch of Sikaflex behind there, and then I put this butylene tape over it so it's properly sealed. And I had to do it, was it like from 10 different spots behind there. Then I took the van to a car repair shop and they fixed the clogged AC pipe. The AC here is located right here in the center, so it leaked under here and everywhere, but thankfully that's now fixed. And the other drain here was clogged. So it was all 3 instead of just one problem. But thankfully it's all fixed now. I got it fixed like a few days after last trip, so it didn't pour water in for too long. But let me demonstrate you now how the new toilet works. So this right here is the toilet. You just pull that up, open up the lid here, and there you have it. But it still needs electricity. So it's a completely water-free, chemical-free, flushless toilet. It's from a company called Klesana. It's not a sponsor, by the way, but it's just a great product I want to show you guys. So once you do your business, you toss in the absorber, close the lid, and I think you should be able to select, for example, small bag size, and it starts working. It takes 100 seconds to seal the bag, and then it will be usable once again. Now it's done with the processing, and here is the final product. And then it's reusable once again and completely clean. It takes a new plastic wrap each time. The best thing is that these bags are completely sealed, odor-free, and you can just toss these into a regular trash can. As you see, I put the absorber inside there, so it's not liquid anymore. So even if this broke down, it would be much easier to clean because it's not just liquid. The only issue is that it costs over 1,000 euros, at least here in Finland, but it's much easier, much cleaner than this kind of chemical toilet, so I really wanted to get this and try that out. This was a lovely camping site, but now let's continue the way. I mean, check out this camper van. That is just crazy. It got 3 wheels on it. Only 3 wheels. We're currently 492 meters above the sea level. It's like 360-degree panoramic view. You can literally see every direction. But unfortunately it's really foggy right now, so we can't see that much. It still looks amazing though. A cool little cabin. And this is a great time to remind you that Sasta still have huge discounts on their website. 30, 40 and 50% off from their last chance products. So if you're looking for sustainable, durable and good looking clothes to wear outdoors, you should check out Sasta.com, and with the code OUTWITHTHEFIN you can get additional 10% off even from the products that are already discounted. This is the risotto from yesterday. That's done.
Kerttu got cold. Now this was a lovely camp spot.
That right there is Ruka skiing resort, and you can see that white stuff. It is not snow, or well, there is snow underneath. They are storing the snow over summer from last winter so that they can open the skiing resort early before we get like natural snow from this winter. Ruka is one of the earliest places to open their slopes.
Well, that was fun. Now if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and remember to subscribe so you won't miss my upcoming videos. I post a new adventure every Saturday. But otherwise, thank you for watching and see you on our next adventure.